How you doing, everybody, and welcome to another game day edition of Wilde's Mailbox here at Lambeau Field on Sunday night after the Packers beat the Seattle Seahawks in resounding fashion, 48-10, and clinch a playoff berth in the NFC postseason. Got a couple of questions that we need to get answered before I go back to writing. So the first one that seems to be on everyone's mind, including a few folks via Twitter, is what is the Packers' approach going to be in the finale at Arizona, given the fact that they've clinched their playoff berth, they can't win the division, they probably won't be able to change their playoff positioning very much. And to me, the expectation is the same, that the Packers want to keep their momentum going, and that's one thing that both Don Capers told me after the game, and something that Brandon Jackson said, Coach McCarthy told the team, was that they want to keep this thing going. They're going to play their starters. Now, the question will become, how long do they play their starters? And Arizona, of course, may not have anything to play for either at that juncture. So, and if they do, it'll be a limited amount to play for. So that'll be something that'll be interesting to watch. But I would expect the Packers to play their starters at least the first half, and then maybe you'll see more Brandon Jackson like you saw today, and more Matt Flynn, who played the final quarter in relief of Aaron Rodgers. The other question regarding Arizona that I know one person had asked via Twitter was whether or not the Packers would stay there all week if they finished the regular season there and then end up having to go back there to the playoffs. And my understanding is that, no, they would come back. That doesn't mean they wouldn't go out to Arizona a little bit early and not just go the day before the game, but they will probably not stay in Arizona for the whole week. And there's one other question on Twitter that I wanted to get to because of the games that both Brandon Jackson had with 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving, and Ryan Grant had with the 2 touchdowns, including the 56-yarder. He finishes with 97 total yards. And the question is, how much of an influence has the return of Green had on the mentoring or growth of Grant and Jackson? Both have been playing better since his return, and that's absolutely true. Now, some of that could be just the fact that this running game has had a history of getting better as the season wears on. Certainly Ryan Grant's been that way, and Ryan Grant has played very well late in seasons. Now, granted, this wasn't a 201-yard performance like he had against the Seahawks the last time these two teams played, but he's now broken a long touchdown run twice in the last 3 weeks. He had a 24-yarder last week for a touchdown, even though he only had 8 carries. And then obviously Brandon Jackson, who emerges from the thankless job of just picking up third down blitzes and scores 3 touchdowns today. Ahman Green did mention that he feels like he's taken on that mentoring role, and he did point out that the running game has had more success since he's been here. I think there may be something to the mentoring thing, but I think there's also the reality that this group just is getting better, and the Packers seem to have that balance going into the playoffs that you want, that they have their passing game geared up. Aaron Rodgers goes over 4,000 yards for the season, and they've got their running game going. That's it from here at Lambeau Field today. Again, the Packers win 48-10. Big victory, big berth in the playoffs, and we'll see where they go from here. So, again, you can send your questions either via Twitter or in through the email inbox at jwilde@espnmilwaukee.com or jwilde@espnmadison.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.